Have you ever noticed that the people who build lasting wealth rarely look like they're in a hurry? While everyone else is chasing the next hot stock, the next crypto surge, or the next overnight success story, they're quietly doing something that seems almost too simple to matter. And yet, decades later, they're the ones who have built extraordinary wealth. So what do they know that most beginners don't? The truth is, long-term investing doesn't begin with your first dollar. It begins with your first mindset. Legendary investors have always understood that your greatest asset isn't your portfolio, it's the way you think. Most beginners believe they need more money before they can become investors, but the opposite is usually true. They need to become investors in their thinking before they ever become wealthy. Wealth is often the result of disciplined decisions repeated over many years, not one brilliant investment. Imagine planting a tiny mango seed. On the first day, nothing seems to happen. A month later, still not much. If you judged its future by what you could see today, you'd probably give up. But beneath the surface, roots are growing. Investing works the same way. The most important growth happens long before anyone notices it. That's why the beginner's mindset is so powerful. It values learning over proving, patience over excitement, and consistency over perfection. Every legendary investor started as someone who knew very little. What separated them wasn't intelligence alone. It was humility. They kept learning, admitted mistakes, and never stopped improving. Think like an owner, not a gambler. When you buy a great business, you're buying years of future value, not tomorrow's price movement. Markets will rise, markets will fall, and headlines will constantly tell you to panic or celebrate. But your emotions don't have to follow every headline. One of the biggest secrets to building wealth is avoiding unnecessary mistakes. You don't have to hit home runs every year. Often, simply refusing to make emotional decisions during difficult times puts you ahead of most people. Patience isn't passive. It's an active decision to trust a sound process when quick rewards are tempting. Small habits compound just like money. Reading one chapter a day, investing consistently every month, and resisting impulsive decisions may feel insignificant now. But over years, those ordinary actions create extraordinary outcomes. That's the quiet power of compound growth. It's not just your money that's compounding. It's your knowledge, your confidence, and your judgment. The beautiful part is that you don't need to predict the future to build wealth. You only need to develop habits that work regardless of what tomorrow brings. That's why investment psychology matters more than finding the perfect stock. Markets change, technologies change, and economies change, but disciplined behavior remains one of the few advantages that never goes out of style. So if you're just beginning your investing journey, don't worry about looking experienced. Stay curious, ask questions, learn continuously, think long-term. The beginner who is willing to learn today often becomes the wise investor everyone admires tomorrow. And perhaps the greatest investment you'll ever make isn't in a stock or a fund. It's in building the mindset that allows wealth to grow for the rest of your life.